Alright, good morning 99 fam. I am now coming to you with a completely different video from anything that I posted on my channel so far. This video is going to probably bring in a huge uproar. Mom, when you watch this, I love you. So, basically this video is going to be about professional relationships / personal relationships all in one. I'm gonna kind of knock out very quickly and straightforward the number one relationship right now that I'm seeing that's impacting American society in the most negative way ever. And I know I'm gonna get some backlash for this one. Really don't care. I'm just gonna be straightforward. Gang culture. Gang culture is being portrayed in American society right now as being the most popular fad, most important thing ever to some people. Like, some people right now are literally running out trying to join gangs. For what? And this is one of those things where it's like, okay, well, that's what you're seeing. That's not what we're seeing. We see it as we're joining for brotherhood, we're joining for this, we're joining for that, blah, blah, blah. Boom, you're not. And I'm going to explain that very quickly and straightforward. So, whenever you go into business is all about picking who you want to be your allies and who you want to be your enemies. So say I want to start a pharmaceutical company. I immediately know my allies and my enemies have to be just as strong. So if I start this pharmaceutical company and I say, I want my enemy to be Walgreens. I feel like Walgreens has, overpriced thing, bad customer service, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to beat out Walgreens. I'm going to always use my analytics to compare me to Walgreens and make Walgreens look bad. Well, guess what? In order to have an enemy as big as Walgreens, you need an ally as big as Walgreens. So now I have to go into business with CVS, or I have to go into business with Walmart, or one of these other pharmaceutical companies that can compete with Walgreens. Same thing with gangs. If you run out and join the Bloods, because, oh, my favorite rappers are Blood. Oh, my favorite rappers are Blood. Oh, I got family members that are Bloods. This and that, blah, blah, blah. If that's the reason why you're joining this gang, then guess what? You haven't accomplished anything. Because they're not going to do anything for you. You don't just join the Bloods and become the game, or, become, some rich rapper. You don't become YoungBoy overnight. These are people who put in time and put in effort to get to their place. You don't just become the Bloods and just go meet YoungBoy. That's not how it happens. A lot of people have this misconception. You don't become a Crip and just meet Lil Baby. Or become a Crip and all of a sudden you're chilling with Snoop Dogg. That's not how this happens. It's not how it works. And just as well as you may become a Blood, and a lot of people don't understand this. This is a umbrella. This is a organization. These are 1,000 smaller companies, if you want to say it that way. Google's up here, they now have Android and all these other little smaller companies that are under my umbrella. I have Walmart, and I have Sam's, and I have Murphy. I have all these other companies that are under my umbrella. These are organizations. These are huge organizations. So you're talking about 1,000 smaller companies under this one big umbrella. They're not always going to get along. You're going to have issues within your own organization. So while you're creating allies that are bloods, you're also creating enemies that are bloods. While you're creating enemy bloods, guess what? You also have your rival gangs. So now you have enemy Crips. But guess what? They have those same arguments within Crips. So now you have ally Crips. You have enemy GDs. You have ally GDs. You have enemies within all these other groups. You have allies within these other groups. Another thing is, guess what? I might join this organization and then realize I don't like it. And it's a lot harder to get out of this organization than it was for me to get in. I might join this organization and then find out I have family that's in a rival organization. How does that work? Am I supposed to kill my cousin because of my organization? Or am I supposed to kill my cousin's friends because of this organization? Or do I put family first and possibly get killed by this organization? Whoa. That's a lot to think about. And on top of that, just like you go to work every day and you're in a company, within your company you have issues. You may have issues with your coworkers. So guess what? You're going to have issues with people that are in your own set, people in your own gang, front line every day with you. You're going to have issues with these people. It's impossible not to. And then you have people who, oh, well, I'm going to break off and start my own set. Or, oh, you know what? We don't care about anybody else at this point. We're eyes, we nines. We're going to put a 9 before something. We're going to put an I before something. Now we're insane. We don't care about anybody. If you're not one of us, we don't care about you. So yeah, that builds a strong unity within your group, and that builds hatred with everybody outside of it. That builds enemies with everybody outside of it. Know what you're joining before you join something. Everything you do has to be calculated. You cannot join a gang, join a group, and feel like you're not creating any type of enemies. Because within joining that group, you're creating enemies. You have to think before you jump. Number one thing, think before you jump. Why is this good for me? How will this benefit me? If it doesn't benefit you, get out while you have a chance. Get out before you get in. Because as soon as you get in, you're tied to everything pertaining to them. And you have no choice. People tell you you have choices for you to learn that you don't. Don't believe me? Go to a job interview. And then get to the job the first day and tell the boss how you're going to do the job. And see how long you keep it. People only want to hear, or people are only going to tell you what they know you want to hear. And if you're willing to believe that and follow in it, believe it. But what I can tell you is any organization you are looking into joining, and I'm going beyond gangs, fraternities, what schools you go to, who you hang out with. They tell you the 3 people you hang out with the most are the 3 people that you're the most like. And And I will tell you, there's some truth in it, there's some lying in it. But what I will tell you is the 3 people you hang out the most influence your personality the most. They're usually people you look up to in some way, shape, or form. Because I'm not going to hang around people who I feel are dumb. Unless I'm narcissistic and I want to belittle other people. I get some type of rise out of that. And then on the inside, I'm just as low as they are. So really, the theory still holds, if you think about it. But think about organizations before you join them. You may join a fraternity, and your chapter is good. I had this happen to me with one of my neighbors. My neighbor's in Sigma Alpha Epsilon, SAE. So, a few years ago, there was actually a racist chant shouted by Sigma Alpha Epsilon. Was it his chapter? No, the other chapter was halfway across the country. There's thousands of chapters of SAE, you know, but we're laughing and talking, having a little conversation over dinner. I'm not an idiot, so, you know, when the guy, you know, I showed him the video and everything, and I was laughing about it and everything, joking about joining SAE, because for lack of better terms, it was, as long as there's breath in me, there'll never be an African American in the SAE, just for lack of better terms. So, you know, we're talking about it, joking and everything, and I showed him the video, and then he's like, well, you know, it's crazy, because I was SAE when I was in Ohio. He's like, and we had African Americans in our chapter. This would have never happened where I was at. But if I was just someone who had that hatred built up in my heart, I had never talked to the man, I had never, you know, thought about it. This is a guy who he's Caucasian, married to a black woman with a mixed child, you know, and, you know, anybody who would just see him and talk to him by himself if he wasn't with his family, or just anybody who just talked to him and he said he was SAE and they heard what happened with SAE, they would have had an issue with that. It would have become a problem. And why? Because people don't understand what they're doing when they join organizations. I personally don't like joining organizations like that because of the rivals. I feel like the best way to get into anything is by yourself. Because you know who your rivals are. You know what you're capable of doing and what you are and aren't going to do, and how you're going to portray yourself. I can't tell you what the next man's going to do in the next 15 minutes. And that's a lot of the issues with joining these organizations. Because when you join these groups, these organizations, these unions, all these different things, you don't know what is coming next to you. And if you think about it, and you look at the structure of gangs is the same exact structure of fraternities and sororities. I've talked to multiple people who are in them. They cannot argue this because it's the truth. People in fraternities get very upset about their colors. They get very upset about their signs. You know, I've seen where, I was watching a little Boosie video with his brother, and his brother told him, you can't throw our sign if you do our dance. It's okay to do our dance, that's respectful, but if you throw our sign, that's disrespectful. Right? So then he asked, what's the sign? And I personally I'm not doing this to be disrespectful. I'm doing this to give people the blatant imagery. So he says, okay, well, this is our sign. You know, it's the crown. So, okay, that's your sign. However, you turn the crown sideways, and that's the rolling 60 Crip sign. If you were to crack it or throw it down, that can get you killed. If you throw that sign up in certain neighborhoods and it's misinterpreted, that can get you killed. You have to know what you're joining and what you're doing. You have to know. You know, you slightly alter the sign. Slightly alter it. Just move your finger. And now that's a blood sign. That's not a Crip sign. Throw it up in the wrong neighborhood, that can get you killed. People don't understand this stuff. Know what you're joining. Know what you're doing. Know the look that you're giving off. Because any wrong misinterpretation, imagine you take a picture with your frat brothers and y'all throwing up the sign, and then you go to a job interview and they don't give you the job, and you're wondering why, and it's because they misinterpreted the sign and they thought it was a gang sign. What are you gonna do? So with that being said, like, comment, share, subscribe, get this video out to people, and I'm gonna keep bringing more and more important information daily. This weekend I had a lot of cleaning and stuff to do, so I took the weekend off, but I promise you all, as best as I can, to the best of my ability, I will release something daily on something new.